Welcome back, dear viewers. AM Team Kuwait is a Kuwaiti team concerned with monitoring and documenting marine and wildlife and beautifully showing the marine and terrestrial environment in Kuwait, with the participation of a group of specialists in the field of environment and biodiversity. To talk more about monitoring and documenting marine and wildlife in Kuwait, we are pleased to have with us today Dr. Arafat الشعيبي, Associate Professor, Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences, College of Science, Kuwait University. It's really a pleasure to have you, Doctor, and it's really an honor to have you.
Thank you for having me, Farid, and it's always good to see you again. You are the #1 supporter for all of us.
Absolutely. We are really, honestly, your group is amazing because we've seen these beautiful films about our nature, and believe it or not, the first impression when I saw the documentaries you produced last year and the year after, honestly we didn't expect to see these things, these beautiful creatures in our environment. So definitely, Doctor, it's really you showed us a lot of things we didn't expect it really in Kuwait. So tell us more about the AM team, Kuwait team, and your participation in it as a representative of the College of Science, Kuwait University.
The team consists of 5 Kuwaitis, and they are so dedicated, enthusiastic, to show the beauty of nature in Kuwait. And these are namely Abdullah Shah, Muhammad Shah, Ali Ashur, Abdullah Zaman, Mahmoud Ashkanani. I had the privilege to work with them since 2019.
MashaAllah.
And the main task was to come up with documentary film about the wildlife and marine environment in Kuwait. So this is how we met. They come up with the idea. They are collaborating with institutes in Kuwait University, EPA, and KISR. And since then, we've been together. Now I consider them as my family.
That's definitely indeed, because honestly, I've seen some of the features of that film. Really amazing. The resolution, the way of. You guys are really professional on the basis of science or directing or picturing these films.
Absolutely.
So, Kuwait Natural Soul. Tell us about the nature of this documentary and the locations in which it was filmed, the most prominent marine creatures that highlighted, and its purpose.
The title, as proposed from the team, Kuwait's Natural Soul. It's a beautiful title. It shows the beauty of nature in Kuwait, whether it's on land or in the sea. Since 2019, and for a couple of years, we worked together with people from EPA and KISR, and we finished the first season that was dedicated to life between tides. So we showed all the biodiversity in the intertidal zone.
Yeah, so this is like
exactly.
Part of it, huh?
Yeah, this is part of the work that we did. It took us a couple of years, hard work, between ups and downs for sure.
Yeah. So I remember during Corona.
Exactly, and this was really hard time.
Yeah.
However, we took the challenge, and already this season 1 is done. It is published in YouTube. So everybody is welcome to see that.
What is this?
This is the ladder, and it is full of barnacles. So there are some creatures like hard substrate, and they build on it.
Crabs.
This is my lovely mollusk, so the shell, and this. I know how they move, and they are so moody, by the way. I'll talk about that later.
So that's amazing. So is there diversity in marine organisms, and how you noticed any similarities versus differences in a species north and south of Kuwait?
From my expertise as a geologist, in addition to what we have seen during filming that documentary film, when you talk about the marine environment, there are several zones.
Okay.
We covered north to south, including the islands.
Okay.
Kuwait consists of many environments. There are muddy beaches, sandy, muddy,
True.
rocky shores,
Okay.
and so forth and so on. And there are so many preferences
Okay.
for some species that prefer to live, for example, in muddy environment,
environment.
versus the rocky ones. And we have noticed, for example, I'll give you one
Yeah.
example. Okay, this gastropod, it is a shell, a seashell.
Okay.
This one lives only in the northern part of Kuwait.
Only.
Yeah.
You don't see it in the south.
We couldn't find it in
Really?
the southern or
So
in the middle part
it
of
may
Kuwait.
like muddy.
Exactly,
environment?
yeah, because Kuwait
Bobian, Warba, and
that
the,
is, yeah,
the Joan, yeah.
that is correct. We receive a lot of input from Tigris, Euphrates, and
Exactly.
Qaruh rivers from
Yeah.
the north,
Yeah.
and there are so many species that prefer the mud. Okay, some species we noticed they are pollutant lovers, so they adapt
they love
themselves. They don't
pollution.
care. Yeah, probably without pollution they will not live.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Subhanallah.
when we see them, we can tell that this area is polluted just by knowing those species who live.
Once you
over
see
there.
these kind,
Exactly.
okay, that's a
Yeah.
good indication.
Yes,
Doctor, that's
exactly.
really amazing. So basically, by these kind of species, you definitely know this is polluted area, this is clean area, this is.
That is correct, yeah. And it's
Uh-huh.
very interesting when you see them along the shoreline or even offshore, because what we noticed is even within Mr. Farid, within the intertidal zone, there are zonations. Some prefer to live underwater, some they don't, some they like this percentage of pollution, and so forth, yeah.
So tell us about Qaruh Island. Honestly, because you know our producer said to ask you about the Qaruh. What's with Qaruh Island?
Okay, Qaruh is a very precious island
Really?
to the history of Kuwait first.
Okay.
It is the first island that was liberated.
Yeah,
after
that's
the war.
true. Kuwait liberation started from Qaruh
Correct.
Island. I remember the officers even.
Absolutely,
The
yeah.
Marine officers, yeah.
Qaruh is a coralline island.
And this is it on the monitor now.
Yeah, it
okay.
is surrounded by corals.
Okay.
So I took myself about 6 months
Okay.
and made this documentary,
This documentary
film
Qaruh.
about it.
Yeah.
It is clean. The water is really amazing. If you want to swim, go there. Don't go anywhere
Really?
else. Absolutely.
Qaruh, huh?
Yes, absolutely. It's amazing. The biodiversity over there is so great and
Yeah.
enormous.
Yeah, you can.
The corals, the fishes,
Corals, yeah.
the
Reefs,
mollusks, you name it. So I took, because of the knowledge I have
Yeah.
from the geology,
Yeah.
and also I learned diving at the same
Okay,
time.
amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and
So you have
filming.
license for that?
Absolutely,
Good.
for license.
Yeah. Oh, mashallah.
Touch wood, huh? There's no wood here. Yeah.
Okay.
So I took this task on myself because having a degree is not a matter of sitting on a chair.
Exactly.
So you have,
You have to be in the field.
deliver
Yeah.
the knowledge that you have by making such documentary films.
Indeed.
So Qaruh, it's really should be protected
Should be
forever.
preserved.
Absolutely.
Okay.
From everybody who's visiting it, because without it, I think the Qaruh will not survive, and
Oh,
even
really?
the biodiversity will
So
become
when you
less
say
and less.
when you say protected, do you mean try to prevent people from going there?
Not preventing, it's a matter of delivering the good awareness. So
Okay, I
what
see.
I try to do in
I
this
see.
documentary film
Yeah.
is to increase the awareness for people, for
amazing.
the community.
Amazing, definitely. So, speaking of importance of promoting awareness among the public regarding marine and wildlife in our lives and the need to preserve and protect them from pollution and damage, why it's so important for you?
That's a brilliant question. When you think about the human nutrition cycle, if you damage this cycle, people will not be able to survive. Why
Exactly.
I'm saying that,
Indeed, that's true.
Earth created so clean and ready for
Yeah.
the human.
Yeah,
However, we are destroying
we
the
are destroying.
resources, we are destroying the nutrition and for our needs.
Okay.
And you have to educate people about the awareness. How you educate people, to me, the way I look to things, it starts from home, from the parents. You have to educate your kids,
Indeed.
step by step, to convince them with the reason and the proof.
Okay, I see.
You see? So it's not a matter of only
Just
saying or
giving
prohibit
orders.
something.
Yeah.
Or this is not the way to deliver
Indeed.
the awareness. So educate with reason and proof.
Exactly.
And over time, I think you will build up really a good society
good
and community
generation, yeah,
that
that's
has
true.
brilliant awareness, and automatically you will not see even a tissue on the street.
Indeed, indeed. This definitely, I totally agree with you, Dr. Arafat. This is, it's always start with the younger generations.
Exactly, yeah. I have.
And your daughter, mashallah, sitting
Yeah.
and watching us in the
yes,
studio.
she's my future
Yeah,
scientist.
inshallah, definitely, definitely. We hope for her to be in the future on her daddy's steps.
Yep.
So you began to have a hobby of photography at an early age. Then the hobby turned into a professionalism in the field of photography of rocks and living organisms. Then you became a professional in the field of microscopic photography. So what are the points of convergence and difference between it and photography?
Okay. I had to learn photography because of my major, which is geology, since I was a student.
So in geology,
Yes.
it's a must to
Absolutely, yeah.
to learn photography.
When you talk about geology, without learning photography, you'll not be able to prove your ideas. And you have to show people what you are talking about. So if you talk about a mountain, you have to show them a photo of a mountain or a rock or a mineral and so.
Absolutely.
So when you mention professional, I will not consider myself a professional because I will exaggerate and then I will be overconfident. I'm a student still learning.
So you took training courses? in
Correct,
photography?
yes, I had to, yeah.
Okay, good.
You have to understand light, the contrast, the brightness, plus you have to learn a lot of softwares to enhance the photos that you take and to show them in a very beautiful way. You can't take a photo without enhancing it. Also, I had to learn videography, which is now. Recently.
So this is another major, doctor.
Well, yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying my best.
Multifaceted, doctor.
I'm still working on it. Yeah. Yes.
So how long does it take to photograph living organisms or minerals? And technically, what equipment is required? And what are the strangest and or most beautiful pictures you have taken of the nature, which you personally like?
Okay, you have to have a digital camera.
Indeed.
Okay, because you can take enormous amount of photographs. And if I want to consider the most beautiful image I had is a very tiny shell that I published a paper in 2019. I'll show it to you now.
Nice.
Okay, this is a 5 fils.
Yeah,
Kuwait
5 فلوس, yes.
Just to know the 5 fils, correct. If you want to consider the actual size of the one I'm talking about, this is a regular shell, but the one I'm talking about is a microscopic dust particle size.
Ooh.
But let me show you the details.
Wow,
okay?
This is.
So I'll go ahead and show you the details of that. You have to use special tools, scanning electron microscope. That's another field of photography.
So just give me this one.
Yeah,
I
sure.
want to show the. You see. What we see, if you zoom in here, so this is like small dot.
It's a dust particle size.
Dust particle size.
Absolutely, yeah. Doesn't exceed a centimeter. It's 0.5, 0.8 centimeter.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you look to its details, I'll show you the details of it. This is what you have.
Okay.
This is what you have now.
You see this
small
dot. Okay. Our director. This is it. This is it in detail.
This is when you expand it up to 200 times.
Up to
200 times.
200 times.
Yeah.
This is multiplied 200 times to be that size.
Correct, yes.
So this is, you said, a small
Dust.
particle of a dust.
Yeah, I love this shell. It's a seashell.
It's a seashell.
Absolutely. But seashells are not only the large ones, you have microscopic ones.
MashaAllah. This
Yeah,
is,
that's the most beautiful one
this
that
is
I really like.
amazing.
And when you talk about the time you spend
Yeah.
taking a
How
photo,
long? Yeah.
well,
I
told you.
I see them in channels. Is
Yeah.
it true you guys may
Yes.
sit for half a day?
Not only that, I mentioned the term moody for some species.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Some species you can make a friendship with them. Friendship with
really?
them, honestly, yeah. Some of them, they even, when you dive especially, you see some fishes, they come across your mask just like
Oh.
that. So these you cannot take a photograph of them, but you have fun with them.
Yeah.
Others, you can leave the camera on for 2 hours and then you can get what you want.
Okay.
Why? Because the living species have a nervous system in it.
Okay.
It can feel the surroundings. So when it fears you, it will just go inside, okay? And then you just leave it there, leave the camera. You go and sleep, you go to Starbucks, whatever you want. Okay? Others, they run away. We have filmed in the first season a sea cockroach, what we call it
Okay.
a sea cockroach.
I see.
This
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
has a speed of light.
Really?
So you can imagine if you want to focus. I remember Ali Ashur was filming that, and he was just tracing and shouting, and he's trying his best because you cannot focus on this guy. So it depends. Some are, in all, some of them are truly hard to photograph. Others, they take a long time in a way that you will be bored. But you have to adapt to this. Yeah.
Dr. Arafat, definitely, I know it's really hectic. It's not easy task, definitely, but we want to see a report about your future work.
Yes, we exactly.
We have a report about that.
Okay.
Let's see the future work of AMT.
Civilization obeyed civilization.
طبعا هذه الحضارة عمرها 5600 إلى 6000 سنة قبل الميلاد.
We have some spot of fireplace. We have some level with a lot of shells.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Definitely, it's really a very hard task. It's not easy to set up these cameras, you know, the location, the gearing up all these equipments. Dr. Arafat, definitely, and definitely we are happy to see your daughter, Reem, the future scientist,
yeah,
inshallah.
she is, yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah.
She will be a chemist, maybe.
Inshallah, inshallah. Definitely, it's in the same, almost in the same direction.
Science,
yeah,
yeah.
in science. Anyway, wish you all the best. Great, thanks. Unfortunately, we are out of time. I wish we can, you know, have more conversation with you, Dr. Arafat, but definitely we want to see you in the near future.
We will invite you for our future work with the team. And congratulations for Kuwait team that won yesterday. This was
Yeah, congratulations. That's true. Was
you.
unexpected.
And thank you for your support. Thanks for the crew. Thank you so much.
Thank you. No, I would like to
again.
thank you because you are really showing us the true beautiful landscape we have in Kuwait, because none of us really, most of us didn't see these beautiful things. Thank you very much, Dr. Arafat. Dear viewers, that was Dr. Arafat الشعيبي, Associate Professor, Department of Earth and Environment Sciences, College of Sciences, Kuwait University. We'll have a break and we'll be back.
Well, that was really an informative episode, and especially, let's say, your guest, Fareed.
Absolutely, about the landscape of Kuwait, and definitely AI is
The
also
AI.
something, something I could say, wow.
Wow, the Professor Ahmed Lahnayan, he actually spoke about different topic and how it's really danger and useful at the same time. So it was really deep conversation.
Indeed, we have to, bring these guests in near future.
For sure, Fareed. It was really amazing episode, dear viewers. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. See you for our next time and have a lovely day.
Please, until the next episode, please stay safe and goodbye.